What did your parents do for a living?
Uh, my pop's a construction worker. Uh, my mom, she she worked for apartments I grew up in. Yeah,
What was her?
she helped out with the kids. She's the supervisor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they want you to follow their footsteps or their fields of work?
Nah, my dad always told me, "You're gonna be better than me." Yeah. He ain't never want me eating. He ain't want me to look up to him, but I still did at the same time.
In the American society, financially, would you describe your upbringing as poor, lower middle class, upper middle class, or rich?
We for sure poor, but like we had enough to take care of, ourselves. Like my mom and them didn't go for this shit. Like my mom and my dad made sure we was straight. They did everything they could.
Was your family ever able to move up higher in class, or did it stay pretty much poor throughout your upbringing and you growing up?
Yeah, it kind of stayed pretty much the same. Like been an apartment like my whole life. Like, yeah.
Personally, you at this point, what class financially do you fall in?
Oh shit, I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm the one. I'm the one making the moves.
And would you say middle class? Would you say upper middle class? Would you say rich?
Nah, I can't say none of that because I'm pretty much everywhere. Like if my folks if they still poor, I'm poor. So I'm the one that make the moves. I'm making the plays for us.
Now, since you have experienced a difference, when we reflect back on your upbringing and you were in a poor financial class at the time, what was the biggest obstacle you faced money-wise? What was the bottom point for you?
Bottom point. When I lost my job, I got fired. I was working for Nike, and like I was supervising the joint, but I was chasing the music dream too. Like when I stopped doing the music, but once I like kind of got my team together, I started back pushing it. And when I put my time into the music, I lost my job. I was missing days and coming in late and shit. And I folks fired my ass. They had me come to work to tap me on my shoulder and fire my ass. And I was telling them, like, y'all could just call me and just told me, like, hey, it's your last day. I came up there thinking I'm finna work and shit. Them folks fired my ass.
Prior to you getting fired, how long had you worked there for?
I was working there about 4 years, almost 5, yeah.
4 years, almost 5 years, and they could have just called you.
2 years I was temp and I got permanent, working at Nike. Shout out Nike though, I learned a lot.
And what was your position at Nike?
I was supervisor. I was over the restockers. BRD was popping.
Now, when it comes to your job resume, Nike was one. What were other jobs that you've had?
I worked at Select
Go
Staff.
in chronological order if you don't mind, too.
Huh? You said who?
Go in chronological order.
Yeah, all right.
What'd that job resume look like?
My first job ever was Georgia Pacific. Like, I remember that job. My dad was happy as hell for me. Like, but I knew I wasn't finna stay there because I wanted to go to college and shit. So I had quit that motherfucker. I worked there about 3 months. Quit, went to school, and I remember my dad mad as hell. Like he ain't really want me to go to school. He wanted me to work and shit. Right, but quit that motherfucker. I went to school. Boom. When I was in school, supposed to got a football team. I was at LeMoyne-Owen. They supposed to got a football team. Never got that motherfucker. So I felt like I was wasting my time being there, and I left that motherfucker. Then I got another warehouse job. I was working at Select Staffing. Select Staffing, shit, they send you everywhere. So like with them, within Select Staffing, I worked out like 5 different jobs with them, like all together. And what else? I didn't work some places. I don't even know the name of them motherfuckers. It's been so long, but Nike was my last job, my last warehouse job that I worked. And when I left there, I said I wasn't gonna clock in no more.
So just to kind of summarize, first job ever was Georgia Pacific.
Yeah.
Then you went to school.
Yeah.
Then you went to a temp agency, which was Select Staffing.
Yeah.
And then you met 5 different jobs within that.
Yeah, they got like different jobs, and like you can go through like, you know, you can go through, I think it was, Deco or there was some more joints. I can't even remember the names. It was just plenty of them of them.
But it was about 5 of them.
About 5, and I worked at Crystals too. I worked there 2 weeks, quit.
Was this while you were doing the temp service stuff?
I worked at FedEx too. Damn.
So where does that fit in the chronological order, FedEx and Crystals? Where do you put that?
So I worked at Crystals first, and then FedEx.
And this was?
And Crystals was out to all the select staffing jobs and shit.
Okay.
Then it was Crystals, and then I worked at a motherfucking construction company. My dad worked construction, but he never wanted me to work with him, so I had to find another construction company to go through. And I was working, I think their name was, it was Jolly Roofing. I was working on a roof, hot-ass roof. Black as hell up there.
That was after FedEx?
I was working there and FedEx at the same time, but I had quit the Jolly Roofing because they was toasting my ass. So I kept the FedEx because they had the benefits and all that shit, the insurance and shit. So I stayed with them. Then I left there, went to Nike.
But you did Nike originally when you were doing the temp service?
Nah. The temp service job was right after Georgia. The temp service job was after I left college, when I left LeMoyne-Owen.
Right, I know, but I'm saying Nike wasn't one of the temp jobs?
I went through a Deco. Nike was, no, it wasn't. Yeah, it was a temp job, but it was through a Deco. There was another temp service.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been through a couple temp services.
Oh, okay. So, so Select Staffing, it was 5 jobs.
Yeah, because they'll send you, I think they send you to FedEx, but you wasn't no FedEx worker. You just was there helping all the other FedEx workers.
Got you.
And then they'll send you out to this place and that place. So I couldn't remember all of them, so that's why I told you like 5, probably like.
And then you do, after that temp, sorry?
Nah, I was just telling you, it was like, that's why I was telling you it's like 5 different jobs with them.
And then after Select Staffing, you go to another temp agency named Deco?
Yeah.
And how many jobs do you think you did there? Or was it just the Nike gig there?
It was just Nike. I was a temp 2 years, and then I got on full time.
They liked you so much that they wanted to make you full time? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I was a good worker. I went in and handled my business. I didn't do too much talking, put my earphones in. I play me some good music, something that's gonna help me get through the day. And shit.
So I guess just to clarify, you do Deco, but then there's also Crystal and FedEx and Jolly Roofing. You're still doing Deco while you're doing those other jobs too, or?
A Deco, that's how I got on with Nike.
Right.
So, it was the temp services, and then after temp services and shit, it was FedEx.
Okay. So, I see what, so Georgia Pacific, school, Select Staffing, Crystal, FedEx, Jolly Roofing, Deco, and then Nike was part of Deco.
Yeah. Just like that.
Okay, cool. I see where I was confused at. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
And, okay, so now, what was your position at some of these places? So Georgia Pacific, what was your role there?
Georgia Pacific, I was a material handler, stacking and sorting trades, cleaning them out.
What was the name of the school you went to again?
LeMoyne-Owen.
And how long did you do there before you quit?
I was there like 2 semesters. Yeah.
So freshman year?
Yeah, I was a freshman. Yeah.
And if they would have had a football team, you would have walked on, I imagine?
Yeah, I would have walked on. I actually had a scholarship, but I tore like a ligament in my ankle. Yeah. No, it was in my knee. Yeah, I tore the ligament in my knee. Yeah, boom, and lost my scholarship. I was bullshitting, playing football for some money with my guys, and ended up fucking myself off, and I lost my scholarship. I was gonna go to Bethel College. Yeah, I was supposed to went there.
There was no way you could get that scholarship back? You couldn't just heal up and...
After I hurt myself so many times doing the football shit, I just feel like, you know, fuck it, I'm straight. I'd rather, you hear me, like, show somebody else the game or something, you know, train somebody else up or something. It was over with. I wasn't finna keep on injuring myself. I got tired of this shit.
And do you know what the actual injury was called?
I tore a ligament in my knee, but
it wasn't like ACL,
no,
MCL?
it wasn't no ACL and nothing like that. I just healed that motherfucker. Like,
you had surgery?
I ain't had no surgery. I healed myself.
And what were some of the roles at the select staffing temp service gigs?
At all them jobs, I think I was like material handler. The only job I kind of like went up and like got like supervised in was the Nike job. I stayed there the longest out of all the jobs.
What was your role at Crystals?
Crystals, man, they had me in the kitchen. I'm gonna tell you about the day I quit, man. I was in there, I had to make, I think 24 crystals. So the lady said she wanted them motherfuckers, no cheese. I get to the window, she changed her mind. I'm handing her the crystals and she said she wanted cheese on them. She changed her mind. So I had to put those crystals. My manager, the one that trained me, told me, like, put that shit, don't throw the crystals away, put them up in the little thing, let them heat up and shit. I put them in there, let them heat up. Her boss pop up. He pop up, hey, excuse me, who put these crystals here? I tell him I put them there. He like, who told you to put those there? I was like, shit. I was trying, you supposed to put them there. That's what I was told. Boom, she gonna tell me to go on break. So she sent me on break because she didn't want me to let him know how she was training me and shit. So I go on break and I ain't go back. Like, she sent me on a 30-minute break. I stayed out an hour on that ass. She called me. She like, Lil Pickles. She like, she talk funny. She like, Lil Pickles, where you are you? Boom. She called me and I'm like, I'm not good for that job. I'm not as fast as y'all. Like, we in there cooking shit in our face like, come on, hurry up, speed it up. I wasn't going for none of that shit. So boom, like I left. She tell me like, your break was 30 minutes. I turned it to an hour. Come back. Boom. I'm like, I'm coming back. Never came back. I was like, nah, I'm straight. I ain't finna be in there. Hell nah. That shit was too much. Like, I'm in this motherfucker trying to cook. You in my ear like, come on, let's go. Nah, hell nah. That shit felt like a race. I ain't like it. So, yeah.
What was your role at FedEx?
FedEx, I was a rewrap. I got wrapping boxes, I was repairing boxes, walking around, just, your box messed up, holler at me. I'm repair that junk. Fix it up for you.
You worked at Jolly Roofing. Why didn't your father want to work? Why didn't your father want you to work at his company or his job?
He said, cause he already be cussing them motherfuckers out. He said they talk crazy out there. He said he can't take if they talk crazy to me. But I was telling him like, I know how to talk crazy, but to that ass nigga talk crazy to me. But my dad, he ain't finna sit back and watch me go through shit. He gonna pop, he gonna get involved. So I felt him on it. That's why I went through somebody else. He didn't want me working with him. But I did side jobs with him and shit, like when I was little and shit.
So you didn't feel offended about that or disrespected about that? Nah,
I had to, I understand, because I know how it is. I worked out there with them before. They do talk, people talk crazy.
What's an example of talking crazy? Are we talking like roasting, joking, or are we talking like job demands and instruction and things of that nature? Like, what's an example? Somebody watching this kind of never had a roofing gig, just curious.
So, all right, bro, we black. We black. So the people that own the company, they white. You hear me? They don't talk to you as if like, you work with them. They talk as if they kind of run you. So if a person talking to you like they run you, it's gonna make you get offended. You gonna say something, back. And my dad type person, he ain't finna let nobody just talk to him crazy and shit. But at the same time, he been working there so long, he used to that ass, so he talk shit with them, but he can't deal with, them talking shit to me, his son. but he don't know that I'm gonna get on the ad, and still make my money. But yeah, that's what it is.
So would you describe it as like a racist situation?
It's really it's really that, but you know, it's really that.
So, how you would cope is just talking back.
Huh?
How you would cope with that, being talked too crazy, was just talking back?
Nah, I mean, my whole thing, I wasn't even gonna work there for a long time. Like, I already knew I wanted to do other shit. I was just gonna work there, you know, get enough paper to do something else. But I mean, of course, I probably talk shit back as long as you don't, you know, touch me, get out of my face and nothing like that. But yeah, I probably talk shit back. Like, as long as you don't hear me, call me a nigga, nothing like that. We cool.
Would that happen sometimes? Not to you, but would that happen at the workplace?
I mean, you don't know what they say when you ain't around, but I ain't never heard nobody, you know, ain't nobody never said that. It's just, you know, that boy shit, you know, hey boy, hey, you know, shit like that. Hey, that's how they talk, you know, so yeah, we don't fuck with it.
Would things ever get physical? Not between you, but would you ever see things get physical at that type of gig?
Nah, I ain't never seen nobody get.
You know,
Nah, you know what? I seen a nigga throw a nigga off the roof. Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
All right. Okay, so refresh my memory now, because we've talked about so many details and you had so many jobs.
Yeah.
I jotted everything down, but I may have forgotten. Georgia Pacific, did you quit or get fired?
Georgia Pacific, I quit. Yeah. I think Nike, that's the only job they fired me.
Oh, okay, so you quit every gig but that.
That's the only job that ever fired me.
What about the temp service? You quit. Or did the jobs just finish?
I quit.
And then you
temp
stopped?
service, you know, you peak season, you just go out there and work. So, yeah.
And your first job, your very first job, it was Georgia Pacific. How were you introduced to that job? Do you remember?
My partner, he was already working there.
Remember what age or what grade this was in?
It was fresh out of high school, probably like 18.
And how long did you hold that job down for?
I was working there, like 3 months. Yeah. I was a good worker. I always wanted to do something else. That ain't what I want to do. I didn't want to work for nobody.
And you work every job that we talked about, one after the other, except Crystals and FedEx. That was the only time you worked simultaneously, 2 jobs at the same time?
No, it wasn't Crystals and FedEx.
Oh, it was FedEx and Jolly Roofing.
There you go.
Sorry.
I was working both of those. Yeah.
But that was the only time you worked 2 jobs at the same time?
Yeah, except for now. Like now I'm doing everything now. Shit.
What do you mean?
Everything, music, you got other stuff going on. I'm just some everything, stuff I can't even hear too much tell you. But yeah.
Why not? Why not? Why can't you say?
Because if I tell you all my businesses, then they gonna know all my businesses. If they want to tear me down, they can tear me down.
I'll respect that.
Yeah, can't let them tear me down.
Out of all the jobs you mentioned, were any of the jobs tough?
Hell yeah. You gotta stand up, you gotta wear these big ass boots, you gotta walk around. Yeah, they tough.
Which one was the toughest?
Which one was tough?
Out of all the jobs you've ever had?
Man, the Jolly Roofing job was tough. Just because you gotta be out there in the hot ass sun. You on a roof, this bright ass roof, and the sun is right there on your ass. FedEx was a little tough though. FedEx was cool though, cause I was in shape. If you in shape, you can survive in FedEx. But if you one of them people that ain't just in no good shape, you gonna end up quitting. Somebody gonna get on your nerves. One of them old folk gonna roast your ass, have your ass mad as hell, wanna beat them up. FedEx was tough, cause it's non-stop, it's working. Like it's coming like that, they on your ass too.
When you say you were in shape, were you working out at the time?
Yeah, I played ball in school, so I was fit.
Were any of the jobs you mentioned here dangerous?
Dangerous? Yeah.
Which one was the most?
The most dangerous?
in your opinion?
The roof junk, because I was working on the roof. Yeah. Every time I went up there, motherfucker, I thought about probably slipping and falling out that junk.
Did you or someone else get hurt at that gig?
Nah. My pops had an accident though with his job. He like one of his Mexican partners like fell off the roof and lost his life. Yeah. In the rain. Like my pop, he don't work in the rain. Yeah, then when he started working in the rain.
Now, what was the best thing about any of these jobs, if any?
The best thing about them is like meeting people. Like you gonna meet, you know, you gonna meet some dumb motherfuckers, but you gonna meet some cool ass people when you work a lot of jobs. Like, and you can connect your dots. And if you pushing anything, like if you got a business or something, it's easy to kind of put it in somebody's ear when you working jobs and shit. So that was a good thing about it. I mean, I used to work. I used to follow in the workhouse. So when I clock in, you hear somebody hit the corner. Oh Lord! So like that right there, that would let me know something.
What did it let you know?
It just let me know like they heard my music, and I ain't even tell them. I'm coming to work. They walking up to me and saying it. So it just let me know that she was spreading.
You wouldn't let anybody know you did music? This is people just finding out on their own?
Yeah, I ain't want to go around telling everybody, hey, I do this. I felt like this shit was, I don't know, it kind of lying, Riz. Yeah. If you want to know, you'll know it's doing something if people just coming to you and telling you, like, and it make you feel better.
And you wouldn't deny it if they said it to you, right?
Nah, I ain't denied it. Nah, I'm like, yeah, that's me. Yeah. Check out the rest of this shit. I got some more shit coming. Yeah.
Were you ever embarrassed, or was it flattering to you?
Embarrassed what? About
that they recognized you for your music, but you're here at this job?
Nah, I wasn't embarrassed. Only one time I got embarrassed because I was I'm hollering at my manager. I was a temp at the time. I'm hollering at the manager trying to see like how can I get permanent? Like what, just give me some pointers. And one of my partners walk up, oh Lord, and then they try to like shake up with me. Like I had to grab his shit, like give him that firm shake, like, nah, my boy, not right now. We at work. So only shit like that when people come up all hype and shit, and I got something going on. That's about it. But other than that, I love that shit.
What was the worst thing about any of these jobs?
The worst thing about them?
Yeah.
People talking to you crazy. That's it. Like you get that when you working for people. People talking to you crazy. That's probably the worst thing.
Which one paid the best?
The Jolly Root, the construction junk, they paid me best, and Nike did.
Who paid the worst?
Who paid the worst? That bullshit ass Crystals, man. Yeah, Crystal did pay me the worst though.
Now, we spoke a lot of details about your jobs, but any crazy stories, anything out of the norm that happened while you were on the clock?
While I was on the clock?
That we didn't mention or talk about?
Anything crazy?
Yeah.
I got some action on the clock before. I was at Nike, and I was on the aisle, got one of them aisles, made sure nobody was coming. Boom. And she started eating it thing. I was looking that way, and she bent over. I just started. Then we thought we heard something. I had to pull my shit up. Then she got gone. I got gone. That was it. Yeah, it got crazy in that motherfucker.
And was that the first time you had sexual relations with her, or was this something that was already ongoing prior to that?
I can't. Curve your ass right there.
Did anybody knew this had happened?
No.
How were you able to do it and make these sounds without no one finding out?
Mine. See, if I tell you, I'm gonna be giving up every other nigga that probably trying it or something. So I can't. I'm gonna have to curve you again.
I will ask you this though.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody else do this prior to you? Like, did you know this was a thing that happened at the Nike place, or was you just exploring your options? And
yeah, I was just exploring. I was single. I was just doing shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just doing shit.
All right. Because you worked at Crystal's, I think that was the only food job you had.
Yeah.
Are you sick of their food?
Well, I don't eat it. I don't eat it a lot. I don't really eat a lot of fast food like that all the time. That shit mess my stomach up. But nah, I fuck with Crystals. It's good.
If you could, would you ever consider owning any of the jobs you worked at?
Own them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which ones?
Um,
If you could. If you had the right type of money and the opportunity, which one would you own? If you could.
I'll probably own I'll do a restaurant. I'll probably own Crystals. Yeah, Crystal. But I'll remix that motherfucker. I'll throw some, you hear me? I don't know, throw something on it. Oh Lord. Yeah. Oh Lord Crystals. Yeah, had them Oh Lord Crystals on sale. Yeah.
And why Crystals? Why would you consider owning that out of all the...
Cause that's the I know people greedy as hell and they gonna eat and it's good. It'll probably be good to have a restaurant. But one of them warehouses too. Like, yeah, most definitely that. But I just said Crystal because it's a restaurant. People greedy as fuck.
Now, you had a plethora of jobs. Did you ever get involved in illegal activity for money?
And illegal activity for money. Man, yeah. I mean,
Still in illegal activity today? Or
yeah, nah, it stopped.